It's my holiday ornament workshop. You want to sign up before, you have 2 weeks now to sign up, okay? Now with this workshop, it includes 2 ornaments, all right? It is a $25 class. You can't beat the price at all. You're going to have enough materials to make 2 ornaments. Even if you come to class, you'll be able to make 2 ornaments in the class, all right? So with your class fee of $25, you can either create at home or create in person. You're gonna create 2 ornaments, all right, for $25. So I'll show you what the ornament box looks like. That is the box. And now I can even show you what it looks like in person. So this is the ornament box. So when you sign up for the ornament class, you'll get 2 of the acetate card boxes for your 2 ornaments, all right? Very simple stamping. If you're doing this from home, you'll want the Evergreen Elegance stamp set, which is in the annual book, or any stamp set you prefer. You'll need real red ink and garden green ink. And those are the only supplies that you'll need that are not included in the class, okay? All right, so now let me show you the ornament. It's right here. Now for those of you who are demonstrators, you will notice that I am using a retired wreath set. It's called Build a Wreath. You certainly don't need it to sign up for this class because everything is die cut for you. All right, so don't panic. I do know it's retired, but I am creating a similar favor for my daughter's wedding. And I just loved it so much. I wanted to share it with you all. So keep that in mind. Now, with your class, you're going to receive 1/2 package of painted Christmas paper. All right, you get 1/2 package of the painted Christmas designer paper. You will get all the pieces already die cut for you. You'll receive this gold foil right here that's included. You'll also get 1 yard of gold cording and 1 yard of silver cording. It will have a beautiful label on the back to cover up the hot glue, and it'll have the year on it. I just haven't created the label yet, okay? You're going to also receive 1 yard of the real red sheer ribbon. You get these 2 die cuts. You get your designer paper already cut and ready to go. No measuring, no cutting for you. And you can use any sentiment here that you want. The ornament does fit in the box. All right. This is an accordion. This is the rosette die that retired many years ago. But for your ornament, it's already cut, pre-scored. All right, and if you're long distance, you get the videos on how to assemble your ornament. All right, now if 2 ornaments aren't enough, let's say you decide, I want to make ornaments for everyone in my family, which is what I do every year, ladies, because I'm crazy and I love it. You can buy extra kits, all right? An extra kit is $6. So the class fee is $25. You'll create 2 ornaments. Along with that, you get the 2 boxes. And then if you would like an extra ornament kit, it is $6, okay? Now, for those of you who would like to sign up for the ornament workshop, either in person or online, you can Facebook message me and let me know if you would like the in-class version or online. Let me know how you like to pay. Do you want to pay via PayPal or credit card? And also, let me know if you need additional kits, all right? And you have 2 weeks to think about it. Yes, Carol, you make ornaments too. Yep, I know. Yeah, this one's a good one. I've been working on these since August for my daughter's wedding. So she has kind of a different version of this one, but I will show it to you at some point. All right. Hi, Billy from Virginia Beach. Good to have you. Does anyone have any questions on the Christmas ornament workshop? You can also, on my Facebook page, look under events and it'll give you all the details that I just mentioned, okay? So that's kind of one of their big announcements tonight. Your kit does come with lots of goodies. You cannot beat the price. If I am shipping to you, I do ship priority. Priority mail is going to run about $8, $8.50, something like that. All right, I can't remember. Postage went up. So it's hard for me to remember what the priority mail shipping is right now. All right. All right. It doesn't look like we have any questions. So keep it in mind. Shipping's going to run about $8, Tina, maybe $8.25. I have to look up priority mail shipping again because our postage went up. So I'm not sure. Can't remember. It used to be like $7.40, but it did go up. So it's not very much. Yes, you can come by and pick up if you want, Billy. Absolutely, because Billy is near me. Thank you, Arlene. I'm so glad you like the ornament. All right, so we are talking about the painted Christmas suite. And by now, I know all of you have found it. And it is in our holiday mini. And it starts on page 16. So let's just go there quickly, and I'm going to share the projects we've done the last few weeks. All right, and I'll go ahead and zoom in here. All right, so here we go. I'll get rid of that. The painted Christmas suite starts on page 16. These are amazing ideas right here that you can copy. And this is page 17. I call it a mega suite because you actually get 2 different stamp sets in this suite and 2 different die sets, okay? We've got the cherry cobbler ribbon, the gold leaves that I gave away last week as prizes. And this is the painted Christmas designer paper. Now this paper is what we're using to create the ornaments, okay? So on page 18, you're going to get a closer look of the Christmas season stamp sets, Christmas season bundle. It includes the Christmas season stamp set, and it includes the seasonal labels dies. And then also on page 19, you have the other stamp set, Christmas to Remember, which is all greetings. And then you've got the Christmas Pinecone dies, okay? So that starts on page 16 and it runs to page 19. All right. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like when we stamp and cut out everything. All right, so these are, let me start with this piece. This is the Christmas Pinecones dies, okay? They're 2 different dies. You have this die, and then you have the more intricate die, as well as some pinecone dies, okay? Hi, Anita, welcome. Now, when you layer these 2 together, this is what you get. Isn't that pretty? And I'm using soft succulent cardstock and evening evergreen cardstock. Hi, Louise, welcome. So that's the Christmas Pinecone dies. And then we have the seasonal labels dies, all right? Now this one has a ton of goodies in it. And it includes all of these seasonal labels right here, okay? And then you've got the dies to cut out the pine cones, the leaves, and the holly, and the pine branch, and the berries, and the stem. So we'll be cutting out some of that this evening, so you'll see how these work as well. All right, but these are the seasonal labels, and this one is the Christmas Pinecone dies. All right, let's see. I do want to show you, remember during World Card Making Day, we created this purse, and inside that purse, you could tuck in those 4 note cards. So I'll show you that in person so that you can see it. By the way, if you are interested in the purse and the note cards, it's here on my Facebook page, and you're going to find it, when was World Card Making Day? Was it October 2nd? If it was, then you're going to see the video on my Facebook page around the first Saturday of October, okay? Now, this is what the cards look like close up. All right, so those were the cards that we made with the Painted Christmas Suite, all right? So I'll show you in person. Hit the wrong button there. I'm going to show you in person. I'm just going to slide the ribbon off. And then when you open it, the cards actually slide in. So let me zoom out a little bit. Again, the video is right here on my Facebook page under videos. Okay, so here's one of the cards. It just slides in. It fits 4 cards beautifully. These are not standard cards. They are, I believe, 3.5 by 5. 3.5 by 5. These are the note cards and envelopes, okay, that are in the annual book. So they just fit in beautifully, and they were just so daggone much fun to make. So you can find that video under videos on my Facebook page. You can also find it on my blog, okay? Someone just asked me, Louise, you were asking me about the slots. The slots do come with the dies, and those slots will cut out like this. And we're actually going to do one tonight, so you'll get to see it, okay? But that's a great question. You know what I love about the note cards? Margaret just said I love the note cards. I love the note cards because they're 20 note cards. There are 20 envelopes for $7. Then when your order comes, they are pre-cut and they are pre-scored. So there's no prep work. And they are not intimidating. Sometimes a standard card can be intimidating to create, but these are small enough. They're not intimidating at all. So, all right, and if you remember last week, we made gift tags. Do you remember that? So we made the gift tags last week, and you'll find them right here on my Facebook page under videos. We made 6 of them, and then we tucked them inside of a note card box. So this right here is the craft note card box, very easy to assemble, and the tags fit right inside. So this also makes a lovely hostess gift for a Christmas party or something for one of your friends, just to let them know that you're thinking about them. All right, so these are just some samples of different things we've created with this suite. Now tonight is our very last night on the suite. Next Wednesday night, we're going to be creating with a brand new suite called Eden's Garden, all right? So this is our last night with Painted Christmas, okay? Now tonight, I've got a treat for you. We're going to create a long envelope, okay? And you can see here, I used the slot because Louise was just asking me about that slot. We're gonna use the slot, run that ribbon through, and that is going to hold our envelope together. Now, this particular designer paper is one of our free celebrations, and it was called, help me out here, Peaceful Prints designer paper, I think. So that's what I used on this one, but we're going to use some painted Christmas designer paper this evening. Are you ready to see what's inside? It's a slim card. All right, so let me know if you're ready to see the inside. I'm going to get some measurements ready for you. Okay. So I'm going to untie the envelope. This is staying in place because I've got dimensional stuck to it. All right. So here we go. I hope you like it. We're making a Slimline card this evening. So that's what we're making. I've got all the measurements for you, and you're gonna also learn how to create the envelope. Would you like to learn how to create the envelope tonight as well? Yay! Okay. So if you are in my hostess clubs, which begin next Friday and next Saturday and the following Tuesday, if you're in hostess club, we're creating this Slimline card and envelope, okay? You're going to have the opportunity to create both in hostess club, all right? It would be perfect with the wreaths. Absolutely, Carol. Absolutely. All right, so let's start with some measurements. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna bring in the measurements for the card. And at this point, ladies, you can go ahead and do a screenshot if you want, okay? And those are the measurements that we're going to be using this evening. All right, and I'm going to teach you how to cut all your paper for it, okay? I'm so glad you like it, Arlene. Thank you, Sonia. Woohoo! Yay, Leslie and Sue are happy. That's great. They're in my hostess club. So they'll get to make this in person with me. So, all right. So here are the slim card measurements. I'm going to leave them here a few minutes for you. I will also post them later, okay? When we sign off tonight, I'll go ahead and post these, all right? So I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that, and then we're going to get started. Oh, no, Gail, I forgot you're going to be out of town. Totally forgot. All right. Well, Gail, you will get all the supplies and you will have this video, so you're going to know how to make it, and you'll have a step-by-step tutorial, as well as Carol Helms. I know she's unable to make it as well, and she'll have the step-by-step tutorial tonight as well. All right, I'm going to move these aside. I hope that's okay. Am I okay to move the measurements? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move them. And at this point, I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer so that I can show you how to cut it, okay? All right. I am actually going to, this is the card here, but I am actually going to use a different card base color, and I'm going to use some different designer paper so that you can have another idea, another sampling of a different Slimline card, okay? So we're going to start with an evening evergreen cardstock instead of real red. So this is the real red card base, okay? Oh, and I have a surprise on the inside. I'm not even going to tell you about that yet, okay? So with our card base, we're going to use Evening Evergreen. It coordinates beautifully with the Painted Christmas Suite. The card base needs to measure 8.5 inches, and this is already at 8.5 inches, so there's nothing for me to do there. I'm going to rotate the cardstock along the 11-inch side, and I am going to cut it at 7 inches. All right, there's 8 inches, there's 7 inches. Okay, so this is left over. I'm not going to need that. And then since I've cut it on the 7-inch side, I'm going to go ahead and score at 3.5 because 3.5 is the middle, is the very middle of 7 inches. Okay, and so this is going to give me my Slimline card. Okay, all right. Now the next piece you're going to need is designer paper, and let's see here. I'm going to open this up again. You're going to want to cut your designer paper at 8.5 inches. So this side right here is 8.5 inches, and then you're going to want to cut it at 3.25 inches. Okay, now I've double checked my measurements, so I'm really hoping that I haven't mistyped anything. Okay, so 8.5 inches by 3.25 inches. So write that down on your printable. Now the next piece you're going to need, let's see here, should be this piece right here. It's basic white. Basic white is going to measure 8 inches right here by 2 7/8. All right, 2 7/8. Then, hi Jeannie, welcome. You're going to need an additional sheet of basic white cardstock. This one's going to measure 8 and up. I think it's 8.25, but hang on. That's 8.25 inches. Okay, so my ruler only goes to 8 inches, but it's going to be 8.25 inches and by 3 inches. Okay, so this piece right here is going to go inside the card. We're going to embellish, we're going to stamp the inside tonight. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside. Now we also need a cardstock layer. Okay, and let me see here. Oh, I know. Hang on. I wanted to do it in Pear Pizzazz. So what did I do with, oh, here it is. Here's my Pear Pizzazz. I'm sorry. All right. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. Here's your Pear Pizzazz piece. This is going to be a cardstock layer, okay? And this, again, is going to measure, this one will measure 8 1/8 of an inch. All right, so I know that's hard to see, but it's 8 1/8, okay? So my ruler only goes to 8, but you need to cut it at 8 1/8. And this is 3 inches. All right, so those are our cutting measurements. I'm going to move the paper trimmer, and I'm going to show Lisa, since she just joined us. We are creating this card tonight, Lisa, right here. All right. Well, let's do a bit of stamping, all right? And I want to make sure this fits here. It does. I did that correctly, which is good. We're going to be embossing this, okay, in just a bit. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. All right. So let me see. I have some basic white cardstock that we're just going to do some basic stamping on, okay? And I'm going to need, let's see here, Pear Pizzazz ink, which I did not bring over here, so hang tight. Sorry about that. I left it on the counter. Hi, Pam. Welcome. So happy to have you tonight. All right. So we need one of these in Pear Pizzazz. I'll go ahead and zoom in. We need one of these in Pear Pizzazz as well. And then we're going to use Evening Evergreen ink. Hi, Angela. Welcome from Washington. Good to have you. I am going to take my simple chamois and I am going to clean my stamp so that I can re-ink it in a darker shade of green. All right. So now for the Evening Evergreen, I need another one of these. And another one of these. Okay. And then I'm going to need Early Espresso. And I'm going to need this little branch right here. And then I actually need two of these, okay? And I'll actually just stamp a third one just in case the die slips. And then I'm gonna bring in Real Red with the berries. And we're gonna line these berries up and they're going to sit right on top of the branch. I just inked that in Early Espresso. I don't think we want Early Espresso berries, so hang tight. Let's clean that up a bit. And let's go back to Real Red. All right. So you just line up your berries. They rest right on that branch. So I love doing this. This is one of my favorite stamps. Love this. Okay. So those are the pieces that we're going to need cut out. So I'm going to zoom out now. And let's see, let's zoom out. I'm going to be bringing in my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And I'm actually going to start with embossing. And I am using a new product. It's in the holiday book, the Wintry 3D Embossing Folder. So if someone has their mini and would like to look that up, the item number is 155433, okay? It comes with two embossing folders, a snowflake embossing folder and pine needles as the other embossing folder. So we're going to use the pine needles and we're going to set up our machine, and I actually have to run and get the platform we need. Forgot about that. Okay, I apologize for that. Okay, so with the 3D embossing folder, let me show you this. Using with the 3D embossing folder, okay, you need number 1, and this is number 1, your embossing folder and paper, and then number 4, and this is my number 4, okay? All right. Now this is actually going to roll through the machine 2 times. By the way, because this is a skinny embossing folder, you can use this with their mini machine, okay? All right. So this is, I have inserted the cardstock as far as it will go. And so I still have this piece over here that's not embossed, okay? Now we're going to be sure that the embossing folder, the folded edge, is going through the machine first. We're going to add number 4 and we're going to roll it through. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around and I'm just going to emboss that white piece that did not have any embossing on it. Again, folded edge is going through first, then plate 4. And then this is my finished product. So you do see a line right here. See that? But that's okay. It's never gonna show up, okay? So we really don't have to worry about that. Again, this is the Wintry 3D embossing folder. Now we're going to do some cutting. And with the cutting, we're actually going to use number 2. And then we need plate 3. We're going to put that right there, and I'm going to get my dies out. We're going to need this die right here. And we're going to need this die right here. Okay, so hopefully I can position this. All right, and y'all know my technique. Okay, it is hold your breath and just roll this right on through the machine. Hi, Suzanne, welcome. You're never too late, Suzanne. We are happy to have you. All right, so I'm just gonna pop that out. Popping out that piece, and then we're going to do the same thing again. All right? All right. Hi, Mary Kay. Welcome. Good to have you. Whoops. All right, let's see. We've got that. Let's move that up a little. Okay, and we're just going to roll this on through here, just like this. There's our other one. And the second one of the, I'm not sure what kind of leaf this is. If you all know what it is, tell me. I would love to know. I do not. Okay, now we're going to be cutting out. These are all the dies, and I'm trying to move them so they all fit and I don't lose anything. I already have some of this branch cut, but I do need one more. All right, so we'll go ahead and just cut one more. If we need to come back and get the other one, we certainly will. All right. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble our card. All right, so let's start with the card base. I can go ahead and zoom in now. We're got that score line in there. We're making a Slimline card if you just joined us, okay? Alrighty. And this is the Painted Christmas designer paper. And this is actually going to run the length of the card, and we're just going to center it. Try and keep it straight if we can. There we go. And now we're going to take this piece that we just embossed, and we're going to add it to the Pear Pizzazz. And by the way, someone will win this card tonight. So if you haven't commented, you do need to comment in order to get in the drawing, okay? All right, so we've got about 1/8 of an inch all the way around there, okay? And it's going to rest right here, but let's go ahead and get some ribbon. Ooh. Carol, I'm wondering if the 3D folder is in the holiday book. Check the index in the back of the holiday book, because I'm thinking that's where it is. So someone's looking for the 3D wintry embossing folder. I love slim cards too, Deborah, and I haven't made one in a really long time. I bet it's been a year. Oh, it's in the annual catalog. Thank you, Leslie. I knew it was new, but I couldn't remember which catalog. So that's why I have y'all. Thank you so much. All right, we're just going to add adhesive to the back. And you're probably saying, well, Tammy, you haven't popped anything up yet. What, are you feeling okay tonight? Don't worry, ladies, it's coming. All right, it is coming. All right, so we're centering this right along here, okay? If you wanted more of your designer paper to show, you could make these layers smaller, okay? Oh my gosh, Laura, well, you definitely have to try this. You're going to love it. And I'm going to teach you how to make an envelope tonight, okay? We forgot to stamp one thing, which are the words. So we're going to go back over here. How did I forget the words? All right. I got to make sure I can get this big thing on here. Yeah, I can do it like that. All right. Yeah, I think I can get that to work. Okay, we're gonna ink this up in real red. By the way, this set of words is called Heartfelt Wishes, and this is in the mini catalog, okay? Mini catalog, Heartfelt Wishes, item number 156541. The font is gorgeous, really pretty. The ribbon is Evening Evergreen, Anita, and we also carry it in real red, and we also carry it in all the other colors too, the end colors. Okay, we're gonna need this later. We're not gonna cut it out right this second, okay? I'm so glad you like the ribbon. All right, so let's get back. You're going to see here that we're going to be using a die, and that die is part of the seasonal labels. All right, so we'll get Merry Christmas cut out in a second. And Merry Christmas is probably going to go about right here. And so I am going to use these pieces, and I'm going to use mini glue dots to attach them, okay? I know. I love the big Merry Christmas too. It's so pretty. I just love the font. I wish I could write like that. Hi, Mary. Welcome. All right. So we're pretending the words are about here. And so what we're going to do is we are going to run this piece of greenery about right there. Okay? All right. So just kind of envision where I'm going here. And then we've got this piece. So again, I'm going to use some glue dots. Let's see here. Here's a glue dot. I'm just going to put like 2 on here. All right. I'm so glad you like them. All right. And then, yeah, slim cards are so fun. Just really, really fun. All right. Get some glue dots out here. This is an older set of glue dots. You can tell because the glue dots are on this particular side of the roll. All right, where's my die shape? I promise you we're gonna cut it out. Let's go ahead and we'll put that about right there. And then we have one more to do, and I think we'll cut out the Merry Christmas before we put on the holly and the berries. Okay. And this one should probably go right about here, and it should be absolutely fine. Okay. All right. So let's get our Stamp and Cut Emboss machine out. And we're just going to cut the Merry Christmas. I'm going to bring that down a little and over, and that really should take care of it. Okay. My plate's not even, but the machine took it without any problem. It did not refuse it. So we're in good shape. All right. Okay, bring the card back in. At this point, we are going to pop this up. See, I told you we were going to use dimensionals, didn't I? All right. So I'm going to pop up the words, and I'm going to lay them. Let's see if I've got my ribbon where I want it. Make sure all is well. And let's go ahead and we'll put it about right here. Now you could actually put these leaves even closer together if you wanted, okay? All right, now what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to take some mini dimensionals and I'm going to add it to those berries. Yeah, the colors are beautiful. The paper is so inspiring. Oh my goodness. All right. And I told you that I had some berries cut. And we'll put 2 minis there. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, thank you. So see, we're going to put that about right there. And, all right, lady. Oh, here it is. I almost lost this. I'll do one more. Okay. And I'm going to go back under here. You see, this, the Merry Christmas is stuck to the ribbon, but that's the only thing it's stuck to, and I really want it more stable than that. So I'm just taking a dimensional, now that everything is down where it needs to be, okay? Leaving that there. That makes that more stable. Let's do another one. I just peel off both sides of the paper. Okay. Make sure I have this. I want to make sure that yeah, that'll take care of that. Okay. All right. Well, I've got a little surprise for you. We're going to do the inside. So let me find the cardstock. That is just so... I would like, you know what? Let me see something here. This is not the same size. I might have to give you a different set of measurements. Hang tight. Or maybe I just cut that wrong. Okay. So for the inside, we know this card is 8.5 inches. So I need this to be 8.25 inches. 8.25 inches, which is right here. Okay. And then I know it's 3.5, so I would say 3.25. All right, I want to double check my measurements to make sure that we are correct. Yeah, so this piece of paper right here is for the inside of it, okay? 8.25 inches by 3.25, okay? Alrighty. And so with this, we are going to use this verse. This verse is from this suite, and this is Love and Joy. The embezzlements are coming, Pam. They are on the way. I just realized that I needed to put in. Ah, look what I just did. Let's flip that over. Much better. All right, I'm gonna leave that out. And we're gonna need some evening evergreen. We'll start with evening evergreen, okay? Don't let me forget about the embezzlements. They are coming, I promise. All right, let's see. I think I'll put that there. So we're doing the inside now. Okay, and then I am going to clean that stamp. Use some Pear Pizzazz. There's Pear Pizzazz. Put that right there. All right. So that's our Pear Pizzazz with it. I hope you like it. And then this time, I'm just going to add some real red berries in various places. All right. Of course, I'm not leaving us a lot of room to sign the card. All right, I guess I'll do one more. All right, so you won't have any room to write a note, which might be a good thing, right? That could be a good thing. And all you have to do is sign your name to that. I'm just cleaning my stamps real quick, just getting the ink off. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to put this inside. And it is time to change my tape. So give me a second. I know the Pear Pizzazz is really pretty with it, and that's the color that they suggest with the painted Christmas designer paper. Hi, Suzanne, welcome. Yeah, you could definitely write a note on the back, absolutely. All right, so I'm just adding my Stampin' Seal here. This is my mistake. Hang on. And now we're going to put this inside. Right here. What do you think? You like that? All right, now let's work on those embezzlements. I'm so excited. I actually like both cards a lot. These are the Gilded Gems, and they are in the annual book, okay? Just so you know where they are. Well, we're happy to have you, Suzanne. Glad you got home from church, and now you can relax. All right, so let's add a big one here. It doesn't really matter where you put them. I'll zoom in. These Gilded Gems do come in 3 different sizes, all right? A small, a medium, and a large. And let's see. I just don't know where to put them. We'll put one there. And we'll put one here. Right there. All right. So those are the Gilded Gems right there. I just wanted some gold on that. Now, let's go back and look at the original card. I really like both of them. I'm really happy with both of them. So, all right. So this is the one that we created this evening. We'll be giving this one away. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little Facebook Live label there on the back, created during Facebook Live. And we use some Pear Pizzazz in there, some Gilded Gems, and when you open it up, isn't that pretty? I love it. Now let's go back and look at this one. I never showed you the inside of this one. Here's another one, and there's the inside. Right there. You can use them on everything, Sue. Absolutely. And they're in the annual catalog. I'm going to zoom out. You might want a screenshot of both of these Slimline cards. And I'm going to teach you how to make an envelope next, okay? So I'll give you a few minutes to look at that. I'm going to tidy up a bit so things aren't so messy over here. And you can get a screenshot. I should. I never thought of that, Louise. Yes, my sticker should be on the ruler. Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. Which one do you like better? We've got a red card base. Okay, there's the red card base. And then we've got the Evening Evergreen. You know, I like them both, to be perfectly honest. I really can't decide. And look at this ribbon, real red, Evening Evergreen. I mean, this ribbon is amazing. Okay. Had to get something to drink there. Oh, and Ethel likes the red one. So does Sue. So does Louise. Interesting. Hey, Alice. Thanks for joining us from Indiana. Deborah likes both of them. Anita cannot decide. Pam can't decide. Doreen loves them both. Oh, yeah. Let's open one for a screenshot. Yep. All right. So there's one of them. Okay. All right. And then this one is just a little bit different. This one's a little bit busier. I think I like that better. But that's the inside if you want to get a screenshot. Carol says, I wouldn't throw either of them in the trash. That's good. That must mean, Carol, that you like both of them. All right. So that's the inside. Grab a screenshot. Now we're going to learn how to create an envelope to fit your Slimline card, okay? How cool is that? All right. Yeah, I think the red ribbon really makes it pop. And you know what? I could have used real red here. I could have used evening evergreen here. You know, it really doesn't matter. So glad y'all like them. Okay, now if you remember, I'm going to teach you how to create an envelope for your Slimline card, and we're gonna use designer paper, okay? And we're going to use a piece of the Painted Christmas, all right? So I'm gonna move these aside now. Oh, I know what I need to show you, measurements. These are the measurements for the long envelope. Whoops, let me zoom on out here. These are the measurements right here. All right, so go ahead, get a screenshot of that if you want. Write it on your printable if you want. And I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Yes, absolutely, Carol. Carol also suggested a gold or silver ribbon on either of the cards. It is so versatile. The paper is so versatile. You're absolutely right. There were so many options. You could even do cherry cobbler, which is part of the painted Christmas suite. All right, so those are the measurements, and now I'm going to show you how to cut your designer paper. Okay, so the designer paper right now is measuring 12 by 12 inches, okay? And so the first thing we want to do is, let's go ahead and cut it at 9 1/4 inches. All right, and I'm going to zoom in. And this right here is 9 1/4. So I'm going to go right there. And this is where I'm going to cut, okay? This is what I have left over, okay? And by the way, this envelope could either be on this side or this side. It's almost hard to decide which side to use. It's so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna rotate our cardstock, and we're going to cut it at 11 3/4 of an inch. All right, so we're at 11 3/4, and we're trimming again. And then you're gonna have this little piece, okay? That little piece. Okay, now we're gonna do some scoring, okay? So, this is the 9 1/4 inch side. So let's do our scoring on this side, okay? And remember, it's 9 1/4 inches on this side, and we are going to score at 2 3/8. So this is 2 right here, and this line right here is 3/8. Okay, it's right before the 2 1/2 inch. All right, so 2 3/8. We're gonna score that, and then we're gonna move over to 6 1/2, which is gonna put us right here. Okay, so 6 1/2, and we're gonna score there. All right, now we're gonna turn our paper to the 11 3/4 inch side. And, and we are going to score at 1.5. Carol Hodges, I just laughed at your comment. It does look like I have blood on my hands, and it is red ink. Red ink. All right, so that's 1.5 inches, ladies. And then we're gonna go way over here, and we're gonna score at 11 inches, okay? All right, so that's the scoring for this envelope. And now I am just going to fold the score lines so that you can see them. Hang on. All right, so I'm folding that line. And then here's another one. Sometimes it's hard to see the score lines with the designer paper, but you don't want to score. Don't use a lot of pressure when you score on designer paper because you can put a hole in it. All right, now let's do this side. And do this side. Okay. All right, now this is going to probably be a little, it might not be too hard to show you. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to get rid of this rectangle. All right, so if you can't see what I'm doing, you'll see it once the rectangle is not there any longer. Okay. All right, so see, it's gone. And now we're going to go down here and we're going to do the other side. It's even hard for me to see. And we're going to cut along that score line. Okay, so that is what this is going to look like. Okay, that's your first side. Now let's go over to the other side. And we are going to cut along here. All right, and then we're going to go over here. So we're getting rid of the rectangles in the corners, okay? And I'll show you what this looks like. And we're going to be making one of these in Hostess Club. All right, so this is what it looks like. All right, we got rid of this rectangle and this rectangle, and this rectangle, okay? All right, now what we're going to do is we're actually going to fold this. And then we're going to run some Stampin' Seal Plus along this edge, okay? So here I go. I just run it along the edge. It doesn't matter which side, okay? You could do it on this side or this side. Does not matter. All right. Okay, so now that part is done. And now we're going to take this little flap. And I'm actually just going to cut a little triangle. Okay? Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. If you're a person who sews, then you might call that mitering. All right? And then this is going to be the bottom. And so all we're going to do is put that Stampin' Seal Plus on there. I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus. It's a stronger adhesive. All right. Now look what we've got. We actually have an envelope, and that's where we put the card. So let's do one more thing. Let's, what do I want to do here? Hang on one second. I want to make sure it's closing well. All right, very good. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing here, okay? All right, so I'm going to cut up here to that corner, okay? So that's what I've done there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay. So I've done that to both corners now, and then when I fold it, I have that pretty little flap, okay? Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this triangle's coming over a little more than this one. They're not even. So, just gonna do that again. All right, and that'll take care of that, okay? All right, now, couple of things we're gonna do. Let's look at the original. You're going to notice that I have a brushed metallic cardstock pine cone, okay? So we're gonna make one of those. And these pieces are already cut. And then we're also going to put a slot in the envelope, okay? So, let's see. I have my brushed metallic cardstock, and that is in the mini catalog. It's a returning favorite. I am going to use a large pine cone. Okay, both pieces right there. And then I'm going to bring in my adhesive. Now, where are my adhesive sheets? Okay. All right, so this is actually 2 inches wide, which is the very same thing as this adhesive sheet. Okay. So I am just, you know what, I want to use old scissors to cut adhesive. So I'll just cut about right there. All right. I'm going to peel this apart. I'm going to put the tear and tape right here on the back of the cardstock. I am actually going to trim that adhesive on the end. You don't want any of your adhesive showing, okay? So I'm going to get rid of that adhesive because that is sticky stuff right there will get on your cutting plates, okay? And then your cutting plates get sticky. All right, so you don't want that. All right, so we've got adhesive there. We're ready for our machine again. Let me just put this adhesive back. This is in the annual catalog. You get 12 sheets of it, so it would last you a really long time, okay? All right, now things have gotten super quiet, so I hope y'all are still out there, okay? All right, so this is for our pine cone. It can go anywhere. And let's see, I need this right here. All right. I'm gonna roll it back through. It's on thick cardstock. So I wanna be sure I get a really nice crisp cut. All right, Louise says, Pam says, oh good, everybody's still here. Ladies, it got super quiet. I was getting worried. All right, there's our pine cone. And there's the other one, okay? I'm gonna put the pine cones away before I lose them. And now, I'm gonna bring in one of the slots for the envelope, okay? All right. And let me move it to this side. This I am probably going to tape, okay? With a little bit of washi tape. All right. So let's say that's the center. It's just a guess. I'm not measuring, okay? It's just a guess. All right. Yes, give it a try this weekend. Absolutely, Laura. All right. So here we are. It looks like we've got a cut for the slot. I'm going to try and very gently pull up this washi tape, okay? All right. Okay. I'm going to put that little die back before I lose it. Okay, and now we have our little slot right there. So let's get our card. And let's see, we'll slide it in this way, okay? And we'll bring in our gold ribbon. Now I believe, and I'm pretty positive about this, the gold shimmer is still on back order, okay? But you could use Evening Evergreen if you wanted. I mean, that would be absolutely gorgeous with this paper, okay? So you can always do red too, cherry cobbler, any of those. All right, so I'm just gonna tie a ribbon. And this is a pretty envelope. All right. I know, oh my gosh, the adhesive sheets do save you a ton of time. Oh my gosh. So you don't have all that gluing. Okay. All right, we got that done. I'm going to take a sip of water before we finish up. Okay, almost there, ladies. Let me find. Okay, I had already cut this because this is one of the dies from the seasonal labels, okay? So we've got that. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. All right, girls, I need to hear from you. Do we like the pine cones? Or do we want the red? I'm kind of liking the pine cones. I think they look really, I think I'm going to do pine cones. I have to see what everybody else likes. But the pine cones with the pine cone that we're going to add, I mean, that's going to be beautiful. All right. Yeah, Sue likes the pine cones. I don't know what it is, but I just really like it. Okay, so I'm putting dimensionals north and south so that they fit over top the ribbon, okay? Oops, I did the wrong side. Hang on. We will remedy this. Now we're going to do it this way. All right. Ooh, everybody likes the pine cones. Cool. All right, so all I did was I flipped the dimensionals to the opposite side. And let's see. I know this looks like a gift, doesn't it? It really does look more, it looks more like a gift instead of a card. And Ethel likes the pine cones too. Very good. All right, we've got one more piece that we're gonna stamp. And let me go through my tray here. This is also cut with the same die set, okay? So this is seasonal labels. It's the large one and this one, okay? So these two from seasonal labels. That's part of this suite. Let's go ahead and stamp in, let's do Evening Evergreen. All right. I think I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to stamp right there. And then, of course, we're going to have to pop this up. I know you're shocked. I'm going to use my outer edges here. Carol Hodges, I love your comments. You've got to keep me on track, girl. Anita, I know I put them on the wrong side. How crazy am I? I was not even thinking. All right, let's add some embezzlements. Okay. And then we'll add that pine cone. All right, so I'm going to add a large one. And I'll put that about there. And then I'm going to add a medium-sized one. I'll put that there, and then I'm going to add a tiny one, and I'll put that one right there. Okay, and they're really hard to see on camera, aren't they? It really doesn't do it justice. All right. And one flew off the sheet, so hang tight. If I don't put them back in here, then I lose them. It's like, what did I do with them? So I have to put them here. All righty. We're going to add this pine cone. Let's see, what did I do? Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to pop out some of these little pieces. I know, Anita, you're right. Oh gosh. I'm just popping some of these out, but what's gonna happen is when I pull that sticky, what's it called, y'all? Adhesive sheets. When I pull that off, a lot of this is gonna come right out. All right, so let's do that. I'm gonna pick that up. Okay, and I'm peeling off that paper. That's the adhesive. Now the adhesive is stuck to the pine cone. I'm going to really zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. This is the outline. I'm going to start with the bottom and just put the two together. All right, so that's my look. And then this also has adhesive, so I can lift that up. All right. Oh, Anita, that is so sweet. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love it. All right, I'm going to do one little thing, okay? Let me show you this. Because this has adhesive on the back, it's going to want to stick to the envelope. So I'm going to take a mini dimensional, okay, and peel the paper off. And I'm going to tuck it right behind the tip, just the tip of the pine cone. All right, and there we go. All right, wow, that really turned out pretty. You know, it's funny, I had no idea how it would really look, but I really like it. Yeah, the envelope's kind of like a gift in itself, isn't it? It's more of a gift than it is an envelope, I think.